Okay, I got 7 o'clock. This is the Farmington Town Board meeting for April 12th. We have no public hearings tonight, so I'll call the meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance. Adrian, would you lead us to the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Privilege of the floor and, we're doing the approval of the minutes first for the town board meeting of March 22nd.
So, second.
We have a motion and a second. Any corrections, comments? All in favor? Aye. Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Anybody online? Privilege of the floor or public concerns? All right, thank you. Report of standing committees, Public Works.
All right, Public Works met this morning right here at 7:30. I got updates on the water and sewer and the highway parks. We'll start with water and sewer. We're requesting quotes for rebuilding digester #1, the mixing pump and motor. Villager Construction has completed and replaced the 2 check valves at Plaster Mill Pump Station. Mobile Solutions will be setting up and starting to clean out the digester. We're scheduling a Trojan for work to be, or Trojan to perform the work on the UV unit. There's some hydraulic issues and some other stuff that need fixing. We're waiting for the mercury test to come back from ALS. There's a water main replacement at the intersection of 332 and 96. The bid has been awarded to Rochester Park Pipeline, and they will be starting soon. The dog house for College Road has been completed and is now here. We'll be starting work on that shortly, I believe. They're still out replacing old fire hydrants when the weather permits. We went over the preliminary drawings for 332. New York State Fence is going to finish the security gates soon, I hope. We're waiting on an answer of when they're going to actually start and do that. We had no water main breaks. We discussed the sludge hauling contract that's coming up soon. Price it's going to cost us to get rid of sludge. Farmington and Canandaigua started water main replacements on Town Line Road. Flow testing and pressure monitoring has been started also. Working in quotes for 2 new water meters, 1 for Dolomite, 1 for Hunts. The manhole top for Wagon Road lift station, that has been ordered. We're also seeking quotes to replace the clay valve in the influent building. There's 2 resolutions we can talk about what we need to, and when they come up. And as far as highway and parks, they're doing ongoing equipment maintenance. Hopefully the salting and plowing is over for this year. They've been out taking care of plow damage, doing some topsoil and grass seeding in the areas that need it. And they've been pulling their stake markers, and the slip lining has been completed. Catch basin was installed on Wigger. Parks are doing maintenance. They did plowing and salting. And also been working on Beaver Creek Playground, the stone dust pads. There's 2 resolutions on, we can talk about if necessary. That's it.
Thanks, Ron. Town operations.
Operations met this morning. The town staff is continuing to work on amendments to the special use permit for the mini warehouses, and hopefully by the next meeting we'll have a draft local law for the town board to consider. Also submitting text amendments to the town sign regulations regarding commercial speech signs. That's the signs. Also, chapter 74 of the town code is also being worked on, that has, at the request of the Department of State. Thursday, April 21st, Delaware Solar will be participating in pre-construction meeting with the town staff, our engineers, their engineers, and their environmental manager. That's hopefully the 21st. You have a date on that?
Yes, that's
Morning.
21st. Wait for this coming Thursday.
No, I was just on time, is what I meant.
Oh, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, okay. There's a public hearing on Tuesday, the 26th, for the Farmington Market Center project, and that'll be here at the town hall at 7 p.m. TAP grant, we're still waiting to hear from now. It's supposed to have been done, sent to us by February, but of course, who knows when that'll come through. The New York State Department of Transportation will be posting the no standing signs along the portions of 332 and Route 96. Most of that was due to the tractor trailers parking and going on getting their food, and then just causing a hazard for the drivers coming down 332. The building department is going to give us a report on the numbers. I mentioned we have 7 resolutions for tonight. That's about it.
Great. Thanks, Mike. Reports of other town officials, supervisor, I've been checking every day with the county. We still don't have any sales tax information, but that should come out anytime soon. It should be good, and retail sales are strong in the county, and of course the gas prices are up. When the gas prices are up, the sales tax revenue is up. I was out last week, Beaver Creek Park, with Tim and Dan and our contractors out there and town engineers, going over the requirements to finish the park. We still have some drainage situations to fix, and we'll probably let the grass on the playing fields grow and make a determination in May if we've got to do something on the 2 soccer fields. Baseball field looks great. Canandaigua Water, we buy our water from the city of Canandaigua, and they do have a water system survey out that I partially completed, and I'll send that to Robin and our town engineers for their comments before I send it back to the city of Canandaigua. This year is also the year that the agreement is set up and renewed with the city of Canandaigua and the wholesale users that buy water from the city. Highway and Parks.
We got in touch with the vendors. I know we have the resolution for the spring cleanup, so that is all set. I have also heard that Trevor from the Parks Department took his road test for the Class A, and he says he passed it, so that's good. I don't know if I'm going to do chamber signs, but I did not get a third quote back
Okay.
from them.
Yeah, sorry, the way our resolution.
But I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I explained to the committees this morning on the sign project for welcome to the Farmington signs, like in the back there. We had a resolution last meeting, and we're just going to change that because we've got updated prices on all the additional posts and hardware and everything. So we'll just recall and amend that resolution, and going from 10,000, I think, to 17,000 when we get to it. That'll cover us. Got 2 votes, and we couldn't get the 3rd, so we'll just move on. Anything else? Town clerk?
I filed the Toronto County taxes with the county treasurer last Thursday. All went well there. Last Saturday was the town's Easter egg hunt. That was, numbers are a little low, but I think it's still a good turnout, and everybody still had a lot of fun. We got some good compliments. And on the 23rd is the South Farmington Friends Chapel pancake breakfast over at the lodge. If you need tickets, come see me around. That's it.
Thank you. Water and sewer.
I heard Ron talk earlier about a couple new water meters. We got a 6-inch and a 4-inch. They come out with new meters that don't have any moving parts. They're sonic and much more accurate, especially on big, large flow meters.
All right, thank you. I'm glad they had them in stock too. Building and zoning.
Dan should be joining us.
All right, good evening. So today, or stats for the building department, in March, we did 104 permits, bringing our total permits to 180 for the year. We did 260 permit inspections, bringing our inspections for the year to 554, 25 fire inspections in March, 22 stormwater inspections, and 26 zoning inspections. We also received our ISO report back, and the lower the score, the better that you did. State average is a 4. We scored a number 3. So that is very excellent and will help everybody in their fire insurance. So we're happy to see that.
Especially the commercial accounts, so that'll help them with their fire insurance, correct?
That's correct. Business accounts and commercial accounts will see it on a much bigger scale than residential.
Dan, thanks.
He reported to us this morning, he said the state average is a 4
Okay.
and they scored a 3.
Okay.
So it was a very good number.
Yeah.
He broke up a little bit.
Did.
Yeah.
He was giving the important information.
Our last one 5 years ago was 8. So they did a great job this year. Planning board.
Yeah, our next meeting, on the 20th will be the Lupus Road Industrial Park. We're gonna continue that public hearing to July 20th because we need to have them refile their subdivision since they did file it with the county, so it expired. So we gotta redo that maybe again. So we'll get that thing rolling, hopefully. And then, we'll do some, special use permit with safe place, storage, and then, we'll begin the preliminary site plan approval. And then we'll review those draft amendments to local law on the mini warehouse. And that's pretty much it for now, anyway.
All right, thank you. Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Well, Mike, overdid himself here today, 2 bullets.
I know, yeah, I just couldn't
You
stop.
couldn't stop. You
I
were
know,
so
I got the
excited.
energy, I had in that before.
Yeah. Couple of things, you reported there were 7 resolutions, there's actually 9. We've got a resolution tonight for a partial letter of credit for the auto wash project. And then we have a resolution acknowledging the $75,000 contribution that Monarch Manor, as part of their incentive zoning, did for the Beaver Creek Park improvements. The interesting thing from the building department that came out is the fact that all of the townhouse building permits for Hathaway's Corners have now been issued. So they're going to be starting on the apartments later this summer and working on those. We have a project here in town, Blackwood Office Park, over there on 41. It looks like it could be a very strong candidate for the FAST New York grant program. I've talked with the engineers and they're looking forward to more details coming out of the state for funding some of that project. And then finally, late this afternoon, supervisor and I met with the applicants, the Farmington Market Center, as well as GLN, and have an understanding of what we're looking for from them in the way of trip generations so that we can be prepared to answer their questions as they come up. Other than that, being to work here with John on the, some other text amendments to the town code and dealing with the planning board resolutions for next week.
Thanks, Ron. And the $75,000 for Monarch Manor, the resolution receiving that goes back to 2015. When we first approved the incentive zoning for that project, so kind of interesting. It was a while ago.
It seemed that way.
Town engineer, Dave, anything?
I don't think I have any updates that weren't already discussed today, so.
Okay, thanks. Assessor's not on the line tonight, recreation is not on the line. Communications, we have a lot of them, 30, I think it was. Reports and minutes are on file. First resolution is resolution of sympathy for the Everdyke family. I'll read that. Resolution of sympathy for the Everdyke family, whereas the town board was deeply saddened to learn of the untimely passing of Audrey Everdyke on March 22nd, 2022. And whereas Audrey served as both a part-time clerk typist in the highway department for 10 years and as deputy highway superintendent for 13 years, and was a longtime resident of the town of Farmington. Now therefore be resolved that the town board adopts this resolution extending its sincere sympathy to the Everdyke family and spreading her memory upon the minutes of this board, and be it further resolved the town clerk board a copy of this resolution to Audrey's family and husband, Leo Everdyke, in 282 Hook Road, Farmington, New York. And Leo was is the retired highway superintendent for Farmington. All in favor? Aye. Two is the resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report of the supervisor for March 2022.
So.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Three is a confirming resolution authorizing the payment for parts and labor to repair two heaters in building 12, the south garage, at cost not to exceed $4,540.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a contract with Young Explosives for the July 3rd fireworks at a cost not to exceed $4,500.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second. Just like to make a comment here. We budgeted $4,500, thinking that was our legal limit by New York state law. After talking with our town attorney, it's only if we participated with the American Legion or the AMVETS or somebody like that for Memorial Day, Veterans Day, 4th of July. Saying that, we're gonna leave it at $4,500, but I also want to let you know that the Farmington Chamber is looking to donate somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 additional. And they do that here in their next monthly meeting in May. I'll call Young Explosives and up that by whatever they decide to donate to us for the fireworks.
On the hill, fireworks.
Same place as last year. All in favor? Aye. Five is a resolution authorizing a letter of credit release number 1, Farmington Auto Car Wash, in the total amount of $22,535.25.
So.
Second.
And if you haven't been down there, you can get a free car wash this week. All in favor? Aye.
I went today.
6, a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign professional service contract with BME Associates for stormwater inspection services for 2022. It costs not to exceed $7,000.
So moved. Second.
Comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
7 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of stormwater control facility maintenance agreement with Town Recycling.
So moved.
Second.
This is part of the overall site plan approval from the planning board. All in favor?
Aye.
It's a resolution to adopt various amendments to a section of town Farmington site design and development criteria manual. So,
Second.
motion second. And there's a ton of them. All in favor? Aye. 9 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of drainage and utility easement for property located at 355 Brook Road.
Second.
Motion second. Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
10 is a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a professional service agreement with BME Associates for municipal facility and operation assessment reports for all town facilities at cost not to exceed $5,200.
Second.
This is a New York State and EPA suggested requirement. We do it this year. It's going to be mandatory next year. Some of the towns have already started it, so we decided let's get it on the docket. Get this one over with. Our staff is going to work with BME engineers so they understand it and they can do it in the next couple of years because it's an annual requirement. All in favor? Aye. 11 is a resolution for the town supervisor to sign a contract with Mood Media and Upstate AV for this main meeting room AV system upgrades across not to exceed $13,000.
Second.
So it's hard to believe, but we've been in here 5 years now. And we do have, with a lot of the meetings on board now, some of the people's voices don't carry good onto the recording that we place. So we're going to upgrade the system and be easier for people to hear in the room and online. We did get 3 quotes before we decided on moving. All in favor? Aye. 12 is a resolution acknowledging receipt of a payment in the total amount of $75,000, thereby satisfying the condition of local law number 3 of 2015 for Monarch Manor and Senate zoning project and direct the deposit of these funds to be placed in the Beaver Creek Park capital project.
Second.
Motion second. Again, I talked about that earlier. Goes back to 2015. That's the bridge, a down payment for the bridge we installed at Monarch Manor that goes into Beaver. The trail goes into Beaver Creek Park. All in favor? Aye. 13 is a resolution to accept proposal from Doyle Security Systems renewing the existing alarm service for a 5-year term.
Second.
Okay, and the prices basically stayed pretty flat compared to the last time. All in favor? Aye. 14 is a resolution authorizing the highway park superintendent to hire vendors for the 2022 annual spring and fall cleanups.
Second.
Which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, early May.
That's 6 and 7.
That's 6 and 7, is it? Okay,
First weekend in May.
very good. All in favor?
Maybe we start publicizing now that shredding will just be from 9 to noon.
I had Susie in the flyer, make sure they put that in big letters. So
Yeah.
they'll notice.
The more times we can say it, the better off we are.
Yes.
1 hour less than last
1
time.
hour less.
I don't think we voted. I haven't.
All in favor?
Aye.
15 is a resolution authorizing the highway superintendent to attend the 2022 annual highway school at Ithaca College, June 5th through the 8th, cost not to exceed $1,000.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor? Aye.
They can't be there to cook the potato.
What?
Chicken barbecue weekend? Oh.
We'll fix that.
Oh, I'll be there.
That's good.
That was in the back.
16, resolution authorizing a budget amendment transferring money from appropriated fund balance. This is on the water side, engineering to engineering, in a total amount of $20,000. So, all in favor? Aye. 17 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of proposal for air monitoring and sample analysis from Rosier Environmental Consulting. It costs not to exceed $4,429.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. This is a project where hopefully this summer get kicked off downstairs and remove the asbestos tile in the bathroom and the old courtroom. All in favor?
Aye.
18 is a resolution appointing Tom Lay to the Board of Assessment Review for a term to expire September 30th, 2024. So this was a result of Hans Fink resigning last month. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to bid on April 29th, 2022, 11 a.m. for the Hook Road 12-inch ductile iron water main SIP rehabilitation project.
So moved. Second.
And again, I changed that date from the 22nd to the 29th. All in favor? Aye. Abstract 7, to pay the bills, general fund, $103,248.36. Highway fund, $22,046.54. Beaver Creek Park, $581.83. Route 332-96 water line, $1,176. Water tank repair, $1,410. Storm drainage, $601.57. Sewer district, $146,098.89. Water district, $321,860.82. Payroll deductions, $870.20. Total abstract, $597,894.21.
So second.
Motion is second. In that water district, almost 22,000, almost all that is to pay city of Canada for the water usage. All in favor? Aye. We have training listing, 2 items under $100. Discussions. We can do the waivers first if you want. We don't have any executive sessions tonight. We do have a lot of waivers removed, just simply because of easements and other items, contracts, and that coming into us late. I wanted to get them on this dock. So, any objection to waiver of the rules? Hearing none, resolution authorizing acceptance of the drainage and utility easement for 4523 Shortsville Road.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Resolution number 2, authorizing acceptance for water and utility easement, 1787 Maple Drive.
So second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
3, resolution to recall and amend resolution 148, 2022 for the welcome to Farmington signs.
So moved. Second.
This is where I talked earlier. We're just changing the dollar amount from 10,000 to 17,000. Now that we have all the quotes for the additional material that was needed. All in favor?
Aye.
4 is a resolution authorizing repair, replacement, and testing of electric motor and bond mixing pump for digester 1. It costs not to exceed $15,000.
So moved. Second.
Again, discussed in Public Works this morning. All in favor?
Aye.
5 is a resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a consulting and oversight support contract with Camden Group.
So second.
Motion second. This is a continuation of the agreement we had last year with Camden Group to provide us a grade 4 chief operator, a minimum of 8 hours a week. All in favor?
Aye.
6, resolution authorizing the water and sewer superintendent to purchase 2 new water meters at a cost not to exceed $7,701.24.
Second.
Motion is second. Again, this is for water meters at Hunt's Mobile Park and Dolomite on Lupus Road. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution authorizing the town clerk to waive the permit fee for young explosives for the July 3rd fireworks.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that takes care of all the resolutions I have. So 3 items for discussion. Rossi request for penalty received, asking it to be waived. It was an $87 charge for the sewer and a late fee of $17.50. And this one here, it was paid on time. We applied it to the wrong account. So I asked the town board to waive the fee for that particular one. We applied it to the wrong account.
Sorry.
All right. Next one, just received yesterday, candidate Country Estates requesting to waive the late fees there.
Just so I can go on record, I'm abstaining on all discussion on this because I'm related to the person making the request.
Thank you. Again, Jen, our billing clerk, said they made all the payments on time, therefore they know when the payments are due. They claim that, they didn't get their first quarter water and sewer bill, and that's the reason that they're paying late, like the waiver. So again, out of 5,600 customers, every once in a while, we get 3 or 4 people that, claim they didn't get the bill. So I assume the standard is not delayed.
Past practice.
Same as
So long going on our part.
Okay. And the third one is OTEC medical request for penalty to be waived in Victor. Again, that's just a sewer penalty. And the same thing that they didn't get the bill for the last quarter's bill. But they've been a constant customer. Same thing.
Yeah.
Don't approve the waiver.
Past practice.
Okay. Any other discussion items now, board? Anything in the public? Anybody online with a comment?
At this point, there's no comments online.
No comments online. Staff, any comments? Reese?
Pumpkin Hook Carnival is gonna be back on this year, so we're gonna see it online.
Yep. Should be a good time.
And the fire department is selling a truck, if anybody's interested. Talk to John.
Thank you for the fire department to bring the new truck here tonight, so we can get a chance to look at it, all $800,000 of it. Motion to adjourn?
So.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, have a good night, have a good Easter.